Life is never a bed of roses, especially for those born into poverty. But it is these very difficulties that serve as the driving force to push people to rise above their circumstances and exceed their own limits. The story of Lo Hung An, from a poor boy in central Vietnam, proves that with dreams and determination, one can change their destiny and create a brighter future. Lo Hung An, the journey from a poor boy to a leading entrepreneur in finance and technology. A humble beginning. In a small village by the central coast of Vietnam, where the salty breeze from the sea mixed with the smell of wood-fire kitchens, Lo Hung An was born into a poor family. As the eldest of 3 children, he saw his parents struggle every day to make ends meet. His father was a fisherman, facing storms and harsh seas on his small wooden boat. His mother worked hard on the fields, her hands rough from years of labor under the scorching sun. Those difficult times left a strong impression on Hung An. Instead of feeling defeated, he learned resilience and perseverance from his parents. His family shared simple meals, laughter, and dreams of escaping poverty. His father often said, "Poverty can make life hard, but it cannot stop you from learning. Only knowledge can change our future." Every day, Hung An walked over 5 kilometers to school, sometimes through muddy roads and flooded streams after heavy rains. At school, he paid close attention in class, wrote down every word, and was always one of the top students. At night, under the dim light of an oil lamp, he worked on his math problems and read old books borrowed from the library. Even in their struggles, hope always lived in their small house. Hung An dreamed of not just escaping poverty but also doing something meaningful to help others. Passion for technology. The first major turning point in Hung An's life came when he was in high school. His school, though still very poor, received a few old computers from a charity program. These outdated machines, slow and unfamiliar to many, became precious treasures to the students. For Hung An, they were like a new door to a world of possibilities and opportunities. He spent hours after school experimenting with the computers, teaching himself how to use them. With no internet, he searched the library for basic computer books and started writing his first lines of code. The more he learned, the more fascinated he became. His passion was not just for himself. He began helping his classmates fix computers, showing them how to use basic programs, and sharing everything he knew. His computer teacher noticed his talent and encouraged him to join a provincial programming competition. With only his self-taught knowledge, Hung An not only competed but also won first prize. This achievement opened the door to a scholarship at a prestigious university in Ho Chi Minh City. Early days in the big city. Arriving in Ho Chi Minh City, Hung An found himself in a completely different world. Bright lights, tall buildings, and the fast pace of city life made him feel both excited and overwhelmed. But with these opportunities came new challenges. His family could not support him financially, so he worked part-time jobs to cover his living expenses. During the day, he attended classes. In the evenings, he tutored students, repaired computers, and worked on small programming projects. These years taught him how to manage time, stay patient, and push through difficulties. Despite his busy schedule, Hung An remained one of the top students and graduated as the valedictorian of his class. Starting a business. After graduation, Hung An got a job at a big tech company. But he quickly realized that office life didn't satisfy him. He didn't want to be just a small part of a big machine. He wanted to create something meaningful on his own. In 2011, during a visit to his hometown, he noticed how difficult it was for rural people to access financial services. Farmers had to borrow money at very high interest rates, and small shop owners struggled to manage their finances. Seeing this gap, Hung An decided to take a risk. With a small amount of savings and a big dream, he founded Fintech Solutions, a startup focused on bringing financial technology to rural areas. Overcoming challenges. In the early days, Fintech Solutions was just a small team working in a tiny room. With limited resources, they worked day and night to build their first app, which helped people access small loans and make payments through their phones. But the journey was not easy. Many investors doubted the potential of technology in rural areas, where people were not familiar with smartphones. Some even rejected his ideas outright, saying it wasn't a profitable market. Instead of giving up, Hung An decided to prove his vision. He visited villages and organized workshops to teach people how to use the app step by step. He also partnered with non-profit organizations to provide basic financial education to rural communities. First success. After 2 years, Fintech Solutions made a big impact in rural areas. The app didn't just help people access loans, but also gave them tools to manage their personal finances. Small shop owners began using digital payments, reducing their reliance on cash. Hung An didn't stop there. He expanded the services, integrating AI to evaluate credit scores and blockchain to ensure transparency. By 2018, his company attracted international investors and secured funding to expand to other Southeast Asian countries. Reaching the top and giving back. By 2023, Lu Hung An became one of the leading entrepreneurs in finance and technology in the region. Fintech Solutions served millions of users and built a financial ecosystem that empowered underserved communities. Despite his success, Hung An never forgot his roots. He established a scholarship fund to support poor students, especially those in rural areas, and organized technology training programs to encourage innovation. He often said, "Technology only matters if it improves people's lives, especially the lives of those who need help the most." Lu Hung An's story is not just about success. It is about hope, determination, and the belief that even the hardest challenges can be overcome with courage and a dream. His journey inspires countless young people, showing them that no matter where you start, you can achieve greatness. Thank you for patiently listening up to here, and I also congratulate you because your listening ability has improved. Along with that, your high concentration has been and will gradually form. All the necessary abilities for success, whether in your studies or work, are thoroughly opened in each video that I post. I wish you happy learning, happy learning.